Welcome to the 10th episode of the Hiatus Review Show. Today we're looking at Steven's Lion, which has a very misleading title. Steven's in it and a lion's in it. Very misleading. I can't believe the Crooniverse messed it all up. Boycott them. Terrible. Anyway, that's dumb. Let's get into what I like. So for the first thing I like, there's a line Amethyst has in it, a singular line that really doesn't affect the episode at all, but I actually like it quite a little bit. It's where she basically says gems don't need to sleep. This sets up the idea that gems are not people. Now you kind of know that from looking at them. They're purple or white, like pale white, or some weird red color, and have giant gems on their bodies. So it's like clearly they're not human. But this farther makes them seem less human, because humans need to sleep. This is setting up the idea. Gems don't need to sleep. They are an entirely different thing. It's not a huge part of the episode. They completely cut it out and it wouldn't matter. But they kept it in, and in my opinion, that's very good. That's very good. Subtle writing. That's part of what makes Season 1A so great. Another thing I like, that's not really important to the episode, but it's kind of cute, is that Steven names a lion. Like, it obviously doesn't matter because it's just the name. But it's cute. It kind of reminds me of when I was a kid. We got our dog for the first time. My name for it was Puppy. Because I'm a child, so I'm like, I'm going to name it Puppy. Because that's a good name for a dog. Because, yeah, it's not a huge part. It's not like a major part of this episode, but it's cute. It's a cute little thing that I really liked a lot. That's another thing that I liked. Is going to start a segment called Lions That Are Way More Messed Up with Context. We kept Amethyst so messed up when you watch On the Run and everything after. It's so messed up. And I kind of like that it's right after Tiger Millionaire, which is sort of showing that she has problems with being a crystal gem. To have this line in the very next episode, without it, the episode's completely the same. It doesn't change anything about it. But again, it's kind of subtle, and it's way more messed up with context. I love it. I love that style of writing, which is 1A's specialty. I love it. It's just great. Another thing that I liked in Steven's Lion is it's less what happens in Steven's Lion and everything. It's more everything afterward. It's Lion's future importance and what the Lion episodes sort of mean in the future. Basically, Lion is a very important character, but this episode can make you think he's just Steven's pet, but he ends up being much more than that, with Rose's scabbard sort of opening up the idea that Rose kept secrets even from Pearl, which creates a whole issue that's not Lion's fault, but Lion's one of the reasons it happened in the first place, to now with Pink Lars being able to let Steven get home back and, through Lion's mane. And another thing that this episode is good for with that is basically the idea that in every Lion episode, Steven gets something from Rose, even though in this episode it doesn't seem that way at first, but you realize this is Rose's lion. In Lion 2, Steven gets the sword. In Lion 3, he gets the videotape that basically talks about how she loves him, and it's very important because it's setting up the idea of who Rose is. But it's creating a theme of Steven gets something from Rose in Lion episodes. And it's good. It's not earth-shatteringly good, but it's good. And all of that starts with this episode. So this is one of those episodes where if it didn't exist, the series would be completely different, for better or for worse, depending on who you ask. So yeah, that's pretty much that. Now let's jump into what I don't like. For what I don't like, there's one thing, and honestly, like usual with these 1A episodes, it's not a big deal, but it kind of annoys me. Why did they take Steven to the desert? He didn't help. They basically told him to sit here and not do anything in a desert by himself as a being that needs water to live. And they also left him after they heard a roar. That clearly wasn't what they were going to fight. So why was he there, and why did they leave him alone? And it may seem like not much, but it matters in that's what starts the episode and creates all the events afterward. And if this episode ended up not being very good, that would be way worse, because it would be creating... It is creating conflict, in a way. But, honestly, the rest of the episode's good, so it can kind of get a pass for that. Again, not really a huge deal, and I feel like usual, I feel petty bringing this up, but why was he there? He didn't contribute anything, and he could have died of, dehydration, because it sort of implies they had been walking for a while. Yeah, again, not a big deal, but just kind of weird. And now for my final verdict. It's a good episode. I like it a lot. It's probably third behind Gem Glow and Tiger Millionaire. Not in that order. It's a good episode. It has future importance. It's kind of cute. It has some lines that become way more of a problem later on. It sets up some ideas that are talked about later with Gem Stopping People. It's good. It's a good episode. Definitely, if you're trying to have them quickly go through One Eye, which I don't recommend because One Eye actually has a lot to offer, even in the smaller episodes. This is one that you're definitely going to want to have them watch. It's very good. Great episode. Well, and that's pretty much all I have to say about this episode, so I'll see you guys next time for Arcade episode. If I remember the name, I would say it, but I don't remember it, so see you guys next time for another decent episode.